You're working hard. You're delivering results. You're showing up on time, staying late, giving your all. And yet somehow you're watching people around you get promotions, pay raises, and opportunities that you know should be coming your way. You feel stuck, you feel overlooked, and you're starting to wonder if something's wrong with you. Here's what I'm about to tell you. It's not about your work. It's about how you're playing the game. And if you don't know the rules, you're going to lose by default. My name is Clara, and I break down the hidden rules of career success. If you want to master office politics and actually get ahead, hit the like button right now, and let's dive in. Before we start, subscribe to this channel, because I'm going to show you exactly what's holding you back, and more importantly, how to fix it. Listen, office politics has such a bad reputation. People talk about it like it's dirty, like it's something you should avoid. But here's the reality. Every single successful person you know has mastered office politics. They've just gotten good at hiding it. They understand the unwritten rules. They know how to navigate relationships. They know how to position themselves. And they're using that knowledge to get ahead. Now, the people who are struggling, the ones who feel passed over, they're not bad at their jobs. They're bad at the game. And that's exactly what we're fixing today. Because I've watched hundreds of people sabotage their own careers without even realizing it. And most of the time, it comes down to 5 specific mistakes. Mistakes that seem small in the moment, but over time they stack up. And they become the reason you stay stuck. So let's break down all 5. And more importantly, let's talk about what to do instead. The first mistake people make is staying invisible. They think that if they just do their work well, if they just deliver results, the right people are going to notice. That's not how it works. Your boss is not sitting around thinking about how great you are. Your boss is thinking about their own problems, their own targets, their own survival in the organization. So if you're not actively making sure that the right people know what you're doing, you're just creating content for someone else to take credit for. I see this happen all the time. Someone does incredible work, and then a coworker who's half as talented but twice as visible gets the promotion. Why? Because the decision makers knew about them. They had a relationship with them. When it came time to talk about who deserves the next opportunity, this person's name was already top of mind. Now, I'm not saying you need to be obnoxious about it. I'm not saying you need to announce every little thing you do. What I'm saying is that you need strategic visibility. You need to be in rooms where leadership can see you. You need to contribute in meetings where decisions are being made. You need to share your wins with the right people at the right time. One of the best ways to do this is through what I call casual updates. Send a quick email to your manager. Hey, just wanted to give you a heads up on the Johnson project. We hit our timeline ahead of schedule. This is documentation. This is visibility. And this is how you make sure your work is seen. The people who get ahead are not the smartest people in the room. They're the most visible people in the room. Mistake number 2, you're not building relationships. And I mean real relationships, not fake networking where you're just collecting business cards and pretending to care. I'm talking about actual connections with people who matter. Your peers, your boss's boss, cross-functional leaders, mentors, sponsors. These relationships are everything, and here's why. When a decision is being made about promotions, or opportunities, or who gets the high visibility project, the conversation often comes down to one thing. Who do we trust? Who do we like working with? Who brings something special to the table? If you don't have relationships with the people making those decisions, you're not going to be in the conversation at all. I know someone who got passed over for a promotion 3 times. 3 times. And she kept wondering why. So we sat down and I asked her a simple question. How many times have you had lunch with the VP of your department? How many times have you asked for their advice? How many times have you shown genuine interest in what they care about? She looked at me and said, never. And that was the problem. She was invisible to the people who mattered. So here's what you do. Start small. Find one person, someone one level above you. Introduce yourself. Ask them to grab coffee. When you meet, ask them about their experience. Ask them what they've learned. Show genuine interest. That's it. That's how relationships start. And that's how opportunities come your way. Mistake number 3, you're being too honest. Now I can feel some of you getting uncomfortable right now. You're thinking, Clara, are you telling me to lie? No, I'm telling you to be strategic about what you share. There's a difference. Here's the thing about workplaces. Information is power. And if you're sharing every doubt, every struggle, every mistake you've made, you're handing other people power over you. I knew a guy who was amazing at his job, genuinely talented. But he would always come into meetings and say things like, "I'm not sure if this is right," or "I'm probably overthinking this." He was undermining himself before anyone else could. And guess what happened? People started doubting him too. Your words matter. The narrative you create about yourself matters. So be careful about what you're broadcasting. You don't need to share your insecurities with your coworkers. You don't need to tell people about your failures. You especially don't need to tell people about your plans to leave the company, or your frustrations with management, or anything that could be used against you. This is not about being dishonest. It's about being smart. It's about controlling the narrative. Because if you don't control your narrative, someone else will. And they're not going to be as generous with it as you would be. Mistake number 4, you're playing nice with everyone. And honestly, this one is tricky because we're taught that being nice is good. Being agreeable is good. Going along to get along is good. But in office politics, being nice to everyone is actually a weakness. Here's why. You have limited time. You have limited energy. You have limited influence. And if you're spreading all of that across everyone equally, you're not using it strategically. The people who win at office politics are the ones who know who matters. They know who can help them. They know who they need to build relationships with. And they allocate their energy accordingly. That doesn't mean you're rude to people. It means you're intentional. You're not staying late to help with projects from people who don't matter. You're investing your time in people who are positioned to help your career. You're building real relationships with decision makers. You're showing up for people who can open doors. That's not mean. That's strategic. And there's a huge difference. I'm not saying ignore people or treat them badly. I'm saying be intentional about where you invest your energy, because your career depends on it. Mistake number 5, you're not documenting your wins. This is the one that kills me because it's so easy to fix. And yet, so many people are not doing it. Here's what happens. You deliver an amazing project. You crush your targets. You solve a problem that saves the company money, and then nothing. No email summary. No documentation. No record. So 6 months later, when it's review time, no one remembers. Or worse, someone else is credited for it. This is especially true if you have a manager who's not in your corner. So here's what you do. After every significant win, you send a follow-up email, not bragging, not obnoxious, just clear. "Hi, I wanted to give you an update. We delivered on schedule and under budget. Key results, 50,000 saved, 30% efficiency gain. Next steps, phase 2 launching next week." That's it. That email does 3 things. 1, it creates a timestamp. 2, it creates a record. 3, it makes sure your work is documented and attributed to you. This is especially important if you ever need to push back on a narrative someone else is creating about you. You've got receipts, you've got documentation, you've got proof. Here's what I want you to understand. Office politics is not dirty. It's not bad. It's just how organizations actually work. The people who pretend it doesn't exist are the ones who get left behind. The people who understand it and navigate it strategically are the ones who get ahead. You're not being fake. You're not being dishonest. You're being smart. You're being intentional. You're protecting your career and positioning yourself for success. And that's not weakness. That's power. So here's my question for you. Which one of these mistakes are you making right now? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. And I promise you, someone reading your comment is going to recognize exactly what you're dealing with. Share this video with one person who needs to see it. It might change their career. I'm Clara, and I'll see you in the next video.